What you want us to say, or?
No, you guys can leave.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, nice seeing you.
Thank you for helping.
We're leaving Lisa, okay? Okay. Have a great weekend.
You too, you too.
I'm just gonna ask you, are you happy? You could answer however
Okay.
you want. Okay. Are you happy?
So you know Melissa, because you told me you were going to ask this question. I don't even know what I'm going to say, so I'm just going to have it come out of my mouth, and we'll both hear it for the first time at once. I guess I'm of two minds there. You know, on the one hand, I'm a lot like Dostoevsky's Ivan Karamazov, and he expressed in the Grand Inquisitor scene from one of my favorite books, The Brothers Karamazov, that it was really unbecoming and unnatural to be happy in a world where you knew without equivocation all the terrible things that could happen. He talks about the suffering of one child, the undeserved suffering of one child, and makes a gruesome reference to babies being thrown up and caught on bayonets, which later actually happened in World War I. That is horrendous, and there's no shortage of such examples. You know, they abound. The fact that there could be such unmerited suffering with no pedagogical purpose, theodicies aside, you know, obviously we need pain to know pleasure, obviously we need bad things to be able to happen, to be able to have free will, but it still begs the question whether the world is meaningful the way it should be, or whether it's, as you asked, happy. With Ivan, not so sure. On the other hand, I'm 53 years old, and 2 years ago, in July, had my first child with my wife. I have a daughter named Rhea, who is, you know, someone from whom I learn every day, who's got the best smile I've ever seen in my life, who lights up every second I'm with her and every second I'm thinking about her. And, you know, I have a family now and I care about things. So, on the other hand, I want to say that that's a visceral kind of happiness itself, but even more powerfully, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm happy, because the meaning that is derived from seeing that she flourish supersedes the petty concern of happiness. So I think at the end of the day, the way to synthesizing these two seemingly contradictory answers, or answers that stand in tension, no, how can I be happy in such a fallen, despicable world? And yes, how could I not be happy given, you know, my daughter and my family and the gifts that I don't deserve, but in which I delight, is, you know, sort of the thesis, the antithesis, now the synthesis, is it really doesn't matter whether or not I'm happy, because happiness is so much less important than people think it is. What is important in this world is caring about other people, is doing for other people. You're lucky if you've got the talent, the blessing of those things making you happy. I sort of have it and sort of don't. You know, there's times making other people flourish, like when I'm teaching, I'm at my happiest. I often say I don't need to be in therapy only because I teach. But there's other times when helping other people out is just labor. It's just toil. And you feel awful afterwards. It doesn't matter how you feel afterwards. What matters is, are those other people helped? So this is my way of protesting A, for doing something I'm terrible at, and even don't know if I'm enjoying, and B, philosophically protesting at the question. I don't know how it was arrived at that this question would be picked, but my real final answer is whether I'm happy or not doesn't matter, because that is so far down the totem pole of what's important in life.
Okay, thank you so much.